First to Sherin Sawgand, TV presenter in Kabul. Ma'am, you've been in Kabul at the time this transition has taken place. What we are hearing from the Taliban is about change, about this being a new Taliban. You're on the ground. Do people in Kabul at this moment, in your view, believe that the Taliban has actually changed the color of their skin? Or do you think this is just a ruse, a show being put on for the world till the time everyone leaves and then they'll get back to being their barbaric selves? What's your sense, ma'am, and how are you?
Okay, I just want to ask one question.
Yes, go on.
From the war. When the Taliban name is saved and the world list as a tourist, so how can we believe the tourist once again? Taliban announced on their confirmed that we are alone, but still we are affected, especially in Kabul. I myself, my colleagues, the young ladies, no one can believe them again, and no one would like to follow their rules, because when Taliban are talking about the Islamic rules, it is the definition that they themselves make for them, and they want or they ask the others to follow. I don't know what is the correct and what is the clear definition of Taliban from Islam. These days they want people to be quiet. That's why they are not saying anything. I just want to share you that the governor of they accused him 3 days ago. So today he killed by them. Why? How kind of excuse is this? How can we feel safe? We cannot go out without mosque. Our journalists, they are home. They are not going out. Just some of the journalists of Flu News that no one do not know that tomorrow, 1 week, or after 1 month, what will be their situation. No one can know. Understand? So we cannot believe a tourist group.
You make some very important points, and I want to put those questions to Professor Faiz Zaland at the Kabul University, because you hear from young people like Sherin Sawgand that given what the Taliban did the last time they were in power, there is no way the likes of Sherin Sawgand and others can believe that they've changed their stripes. The sense, the apprehension is that they're saying what they are at this moment just so that they can get fully entrenched in power, and then once the world stops bothering them, then they will start showing their real self and they'll come into their true form.
Thank you. I myself having students in Kabul University, our students ages 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. When we are talking about Taliban's era, a 23, 25 years old girl or boy cannot remember what was happening that, because he was not old enough to remember anything from Taliban's era. A person like me must talk about the Taliban's era, because I was at that time 15, 16, 17 years old. When someone is 2 years old, 3 years old, 5 years old, how can he judge how the Taliban? All the judgment is coming from the demonization of the media of 20 years war, fight, suicidal attacks, and many other things that Taliban committed against the invasion of US and against the government that they fought. First. Second very important time is that when we talk about peace, we are reconciling with our enemy, the enemy that we fought, the enemy that we were killing each other, the enemy that we were bombing each other. So now it is the peacetime. We need to respect each other. We need to hug each other, and we need to work for the future. Let's forget the past. If you are talking about the past, if you are being in the past, we will never move forward. We will never move toward any kind of future. Third very important point is that Taliban are currently in the city. They are in Kabul, but everybody else is having a very normal business. The private universities, girls and boys are attending their classes. Today, is Friday, but on Thursday there were female teachers and lecturers. They attended their classes. You must be having pictures from Herat. You must be having videos from Kabul. You must be listening and watching Tolo News, Ariana News. The female anchors, they are attending their duties. They are communicating and they are reporting Taliban very normally, as they were doing that in the many previous days. The demonization of Taliban, the stereotyping of Taliban, it was part of our fight. It was part of our war against Taliban. But now we need to move on because the fight is gone. We reconciled. We went through a peace process. The former president of Afghanistan, President Ghani, yesterday he said, I'm praising that there is no destruction. I'm praising that there is no war in the city, in Kabul. I will try my best to return to Afghanistan. It is very important to work for peace. It is very important to respect each other and respect the differences that we have. And let's go for the future. So if we are still respecting a president who ruled in Afghanistan for past 7-8 years, you must respect his speech and his talks also. And similarly, there is Dr. Abdullah in the city, Mr. Former President Hamid Karzai is in the city. He has been meeting with the Taliban Shura member, their executive representatives in the city. Things will get normal if we are working for the normality. If we are still in the mood of fighting the Taliban, Talibans are in the streets, they are in the city of Kabul, go and fight them. But we fought Taliban for 20 years and we couldn't win the war against them. Why not? We should try peace. Let's win the peace and we have a chance and opportunity for winning the peace.